Welcome back to the Group Chat or Waffle podcast. Episode, I forgot, probably
Nine, I
nine.
think.
I think it's nine. I don't know. Anyway,
Been too long.
it's been too long that I forgot. It's been nearly 2 months. Obviously, the last time you caught up with us was the this European Super League debacle, which obviously didn't come into fruition. And obviously, you got our thoughts and reactions of that. And yeah, but we're back now. And whilst we've been away, we've been very busy counting our millions. And yeah, it is episode 9, counting our millions from the Spotify deal that we don't have yet. Anyway, we're back. And hopefully, we've got a lot more planned. It's going to be very football centric the next few episodes, considering the European Championships are just about to start. And yeah, this episode, I am joined by the one and only Charlie.
Hello.
And yeah, we are back and ready to go once again. And today we are doing our European Championships 2020 that are actually taking place in 2021 predictions. You can hate us, you can love us. These are just our predictions and just our thoughts. This is just more of a collective thing, right? So this is taking in consideration mine and Charlie's sort of thoughts and feelings. We don't care about the others. The others, they can do their own prediction. Who knows? Maybe we'll do another episode this week where we get their predictions. I don't know. Maybe I'll put the screenshots of everyone else's predictions and we can go from there. But today it's just mine and Charlie's predictions since no one else is available, and we really need to get an episode out. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, Charlie, how are you feeling?
I'm all right. I'm looking forward to the tournament. It's well, to be honest, at first I was a bit nervous because obviously, we know Gareth Southgate's not exactly the most confident manager you can, trust in when it comes to just, picking players or choosing the starting squad. But then when you looked at the lineup of all the players, he included Sam Johnston, which I'm happy with. He including Trent, which was a surprise. Obviously, now we know that's not happening. But like, even though the intention was still there, I feel like this time round he's going for a more attacking, more open approach. Because I feel like at the start of his tenure, he was a bit too defensive.
I mean, I think more in the past sort of year and a half, he's been trying to keep it safe and more. I think he's, I think he's tried to play it more safe and trying to secure his job more for the tournament because he knows, I think it was was it the Nations League? I don't know
Yeah,
when we had Denmark and oh fuck, was it
Belgium,
Belgium?
Belgium. Yeah,
I felt like he was playing it too safe because he knows I think he knew if he had a bad Nations League, he would be out the job, and then we'd have to start all this process again. And obviously, I think although Gareth Southgate is not exactly my top choice for England manager, I still think he deserves this chance of another major tournament after what he did with England and how he's changed the system. He's made it a lot more of a club feel. You know, there's no sort of divide or cliques or whatever they're called. I forgot cliques, clicks.
collisions.
No, 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 no. Like little groups, like
Oh,
little
like
cliques.
like you have like the Liverpool bunch, the Man United bunch,
Yeah,
them
exactly.
lot.
Like yeah, and that's where we sort of fallen short in previous tournaments because there was that sort of division amongst the squad. Now it feels a lot more united, and I think we don't give Gareth Southgate the credit he probably deserves for that. Um,
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely got his pros. Like people like to focus more on the cons, just purely because let's face it, he's not exactly the best manager around, but he still has some redeeming qualities. It's not all bad.
uh, I think as a football manager tactically, he's not quite there. I feel like it's time to do our predictions. Um, yeah. So I feel like it's time to really start and delve into our predictions, our analysis, and our previews of of the teams in the tournament. So we'll get started on that, if you don't mind.
No, that's fine. Let's go for it.
Right, we're going to start with Group A. I'm going to share my screen on Discord. And
Hmm.
I'm going to share my screen on Discord so Charlie can see. There we go. Anyway,
Right.
Group A, we've got Switzerland, Turkey, Wales, and Italy. I feel like this can be considered a group of death in its own right, because I feel like Switzerland can be a very strong team. They've got Jan Sommer, I think. Yeah, they've got Jan Sommer. They've got Ricardo Rodriguez. They've got
Xherdan Shaqiri.
Xherdan Shaqiri, who turns up in tournaments for Switzerland. You know, and I'm trying to think of anyone else. Oh, but no. In general, Switzerland, they're a very strong squad, very united, and I feel like they could sort of have a very decent tournament. Round of 16 is where they usually get in tournaments.
Yeah.
So I don't think we should count them out. Turkey, on the other hand, a lot of people are saying dark horses. Do you agree?
Possibly, I can see where they are coming from. To be fair, like they've definitely got that the element of surprise in their team.
Let's look at the Turkey squad. Burak Yilmaz, Merida Miral, Cengiz Under, Siyuncu Çalhanoğlu, Ozan Kabak. It's a very, 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 very good squad. It's capable of upsets.
Yeah.
I think it shows there's a next generation of talent coming through in Turkey. I know Yilmaz is.
They've got a lot of quality players that play for big teams. Like they've definitely got that like experience that can take them through.
I feel like they're very good going forward and very solid at the back as well. Turkey. I think they could surprise a lot of people. Soyuncu, they're very good. They're very gifted ball players as well, but very aggressive in defending. Obviously we know that with Kabak. Kabak had one of the worst disciplinary records in the Bundesliga. So there could be that element of frustration and anger if things don't go their way, and that's where they could perhaps fall. But if they keep their heads, stick to their game, I think they could surprise a lot of people.
And Kabak as well is a player that's on the right. I mean, he left a now relegated Schalke side to go to Liverpool, who were struggling the table, and got them a third place finish, or helped them get there anyway.
Yeah, and I know he had a bit of a slow start, but he eventually grew into it, and I massively rate Kabak.
Yeah, because he's gone from a losing every week in week out mentality to right. You need to perform at your best in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Or depending on what you believe, the best league in the world.
Not only that, I think he's got that sort of commanding presence as well about him. He's also got this sort of air like Virgil van Dijk has. Like his presence is known. He makes himself known. And I think he is a sort of leader as well, and that's what Liverpool lacked once Virgil van Dijk was out, and they got that sort of like for like replacement for him, and I think Liverpool fans are gutted that they're not getting him on a permanent. So yeah, I could see him going to a top team in Germany, maybe even Liverpool coming back for him, even though they've just got Kanate.
Or possibly if Leverkusen lose Tapsoba to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would always be worth.
Yeah. So yeah, it's Turkey could very well be. Did I say Italy? No, I said Turkey, didn't I?
No, you said Turkey.
No, Turkey could very much be a massive dark horse in this tournament. Moving on to Wales. I think this squad is so much better than the 2016 squad. I feel like they've got a way better striker in Kiefer Moore. They've got a better defense, and their midfield, it's littered with talent. Harry Wilson, Gareth Bale, if you want to consider him a midfielder. Let me just look at their squad a second. Daniel James, Aaron Ramsey, Neco Williams, Joe Allen, Kiefer Moore, Tyler Roberts, Ethan Ampadu, David Brooks, Ben Davis as well. The one from Tottenham. Joe Roden. Very, players who are very much capable of, you know, of playing for the national team and maybe being another sort of, I wouldn't say repeat, another surprise. I wouldn't say they're going to get to the semi-final again, but I'd say they could, sort of repeat the sort of surprise like that squad had. They could surprise everyone and do well this tournament. Like I consider Group A a group of death in its own right.
because they're so like evenly matched.
I think
in that sense.
all these teams are evenly matched, except Italy, who we will get on to. Kiefer Moore's had a very good season. I think he was one of the top scorers in the championship. I think he was third. I think he got over 20 plus goals. Very capable striker. I'm gutted we didn't sign him, man. I'm so gutted. Oh fuck, Gareth Bale shown he's still got a lot left in the tank. Italy, looking at their squad, in my opinion, I'd make them favourites.
Yeah.
Definitely. Mancini has revolutionised this squad. I don't know what he's. I mean, I know what he's done. He's starting to rely a lot more on young players who never got the chance to perform for Italy, and changed how Italian football is perceived and how it's done. His use of the Mazzalas in the midfield is absolutely a joy to watch. Nicola Barella and Manuel Locatelli. Beautiful players, beautiful, elegant players. Marco Verratti as well, another very good deep line playmaker. Ciro Immobile, who is one of the best strikers in Europe. And then you've got Federico Chiesa, who is probably Italy's golden boy. Sorry. Do you want to respond to Abby in the Discord? Saying, do you like football? Just get in. And, yeah, Federico Chiesa, who many crown as the golden boy of Italian football. And, there's Lorenzo Insigne as well. And, yeah, they've got a lot of very good players. And, defensively, Chiellini's still there. Gianluigi Donnarumma is one of the top goalkeepers in Europe. I'm trying to think of any other my knowledge of Italian football isn't the greatest, but I know of this squad because it's something I've been keeping a close eye on. Yeah, go on.
Unfortunately, because they weren't at the last competition, I don't really focus on other national teams. I'm normally just focusing on the big players. Italy, for me, in the recent years, hasn't really been a national team where you've gone, oh, that's a big player for them. Whereas, so I'm not really sure like what position they're in. Like, obviously, they didn't qualify last, international tournament, so I don't know where they're at now. But like how you're speaking of them, they seem like they could be quite the threat this time around.
Yeah, no. I'll read you out their squad. Obviously, you got the goalkeepers Alex Murray and Salvatore Sirigu, but their main one is Gianluigi Donnarumma. We all know how we all know how good he is.
Yeah.
5 appearances in the qualifiers. He's only conceded twice. They're very strong defensively. Their defense: Giovanni Di Lorenzo, Giorgio Chiellini, Leonardo Spinazzola. Emerson, Francesco Arcebi, Leonardo Bonucci, Alessandro Bastoni, Alessandro Florenzi, and Rafael Toloi. I think Italy line up with a backline of Florenzi, Acerbi, Chiellini, and Emerson, if I'm correct, which has proved to be an absolute blessing for them because they're undefeated in some. I think they haven't lost a game since 2018, and obviously their midfield as well. I think. Oh my god! I need to read out their fucking results after I've finished reading out their squad. Midfield of Manuel Locatelli, Marco Verratti, Lorenzo Pellegrini, Jorginho, Matteo Pessini, Federico Chiesa, Brian Cristante, Nicolo Barella, and Federico Bernardeschi. Very solid players. Andrea Bellotti, Lorenzo Insigne, Dominic Berardi is another fantastic one. Ciro Immobile and Giacomo Raspadori. They know how to defend and they know how to attack. Mancini has done something fucking special with that squad. Again, it's all down to letting the younger players really letting the young players thrive and be themselves, and the use of the Mazzalas and exploiting the wide areas, and Ciro Immobile, his contribution in the build-up play and linking up. It's beautiful to watch. It's absolutely amazing to watch, and I'd have them down as a tournament favourite. Honestly, they're that good. They might.
So you reckon they're up there with like your France and your Belgians?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. They can do it. I think they can do it. I think they can win the whole thing. 100%. Honestly, I can't stress how good this Italy team are. Yes, and from the results I've listed, like there have been some pretty shit teams, but still, Czech Republic are no pushovers. Poland are no pushovers. Netherlands are no pushovers. Like Lithuania recently have been sort of no pushovers. I think Lithuania are maybe on the rise, maybe, I don't know. But Italy, they know how to get the job done, they know how to defend, and they know how to attack. They've scored so many goals. They've kept so many clean sheets. And didn't they beat Spain at one point? Or is that Germany? I think that was Germany.
Was that the Nations League? Oh yeah, they did beat. I remember they did beat Germany, didn't they? Or if it was like 3. It was.
No, Spain beat Germany. No, Spain beat Germany. I was getting that mixed up because they battered them like 6-0, didn't they? So anyway, do you want to do our Group A prediction?
Yes, I do. But we know who's going first.
Italy first.
Okay.
Think.
Second.
See, this is where it gets tricky.
I think Turkey.
I think Turkey goes second.
Wales third, I'd say.
Oh, really? And then Switzerland fourth?
Yeah.
I don't think we can. I think these three could easily be. I think Italy is no doubt the first, but these three can be a little bit, could be a bit tricky to predict. I'd go with that.
Unless they do a Germany at the World Cup last time and they just bottle it in the group stage.
They've got no pressure on them, though, to be fair. They've got absolutely no pressure on them. Because they weren't at the last tournament, and they've got no champions curse, so.
I mean, yeah, that's true as well, isn't it?
They were at 2016 Euros. They weren't at the 2018 World Cup. That's what I meant. Fine, not their last tournament. But yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, imagine not even qualifying for the World Cup and then literally 2 years later being a favourite to win the Euros.
Yeah,
that just says a lot about their turnaround.
Yeah, let me have a look at the bookies odds. The favourites according to who's this? Grosvenor. I mean, they don't have Italy as high up as a favourite, but loads of people, loads of critics in that are saying they could do it. Like they are their favourites. Like they are the dark horses of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I agree with that. I think Wales might creep in there. I think Switzerland, as much as I said their squad is good, I feel like they could be the worst of a good bunch.
It really depends on those individuals that turn up, because it's like they haven't really got like a good them as like a side. They don't really have like a good strong squad. They've more got that individual presence in their team. And if those individuals don't turn up, I reckon the team just crumbles.
Yeah. Okay, so we're on to Group B. Russia, Belgium, Denmark, Finland. This could be a very interesting group. Russia, they're coming off the back of a very strong tournament at their home. In 2018. They got to the quarterfinals. Probably should have got to the semis. But I feel like Russian football has progressed a lot, and they've got some good talent. Zuba, Cheryshev, who's very inconsistent at club level, but for Russia he's quite good. Akinfeev is a very solid goalkeeper. Mario Fernandez is a very good right back. Although I don't know, is this the same squad? I mean, Golovin is still there. He's still a pretty good player. I don't know how this squad will play out.
It's a weird one.
I'd say I'm gonna make a bold prediction already. I'm gonna go fourth.
Really?
I think they've got a good squad, but I just don't feel like they have that they don't have this sort of home advantage. They don't have this home advantage anymore, and I feel like that might cost them. I feel like that's what pushed them. And obviously playing Saudi Arabia helped them a lot, as well, battering them 6-0 on the opening day. They don't have that anymore, so I don't feel like they have this sort of momentum to kick on. So I'm going for them for fourth.
So you're saying that they're worse than Finland?
Yeah.
Okay.
Belgium. We'll move on to Belgium.
Belgium. Oh, Belgium. Oh.
Again, a tournament favourite.
There's only one place they can go, really. I can't really see them doing any worse. Yeah, they've got to go first. That team has just got so much quality in it.
It's got so much quality that it makes Roberto Martinez look like a good manager. I'm sorry, but I don't think he's that great of a manager. I mean, I think he's decent. I just don't think he's Belgium standard. Do you know what I mean? I feel like Belgium can do a lot better when it comes to a manager.
Yeah.
I feel like Martinez cost them in the World Cup. And I think this is Belgium's last chance with their golden generation. Maybe next year, actually, at the World Cup.
Is Mertens going this tournament?
I don't know. I think he is.
Because otherwise, they got Lukaku, De Bruyne, what's his name, Mertens,
Hazard.
Hazard.
Both the Hazards. Torgan Hazard's a very good player.
Both the Hazard. I mean, like Eden, he's struggled with Real Madrid, but that doesn't mean that he's going to automatically struggle with Belgium. Who knows? He could turn up in this tournament. I mean, because most players also use the international tournament to sort of like show what they're made of. So they can say, like, look how good I it may be that's what will drive Hazard. He's got a new manager at Madrid. Maybe that will drive him this tournament to show his worth. Basically, just go look.
Yeah,
I've still got it in me to be part of your future plans.
I worry about the defense though. It doesn't scream to me as much as the others do. I mean, Toby Alderweireld's a very good player. Jan Vertonghen's a very good player. Jason Denayer is a very good player in his own right. Dedrick Boyat is all right, and Thomas Vermaelen's all right. I'd say Dedrick Boyat is really good. But I still don't believe that defense is as strong as people make it out to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think going forward, they're absolutely superb, though. Timothy Castanier's had a very good season with Leicester. Nasser Chadli, how has he managed to get himself into this squad? Nasser Chadli. Yannick Carrasco, again.
Yeah, I think Belgium's a classic case of that international side that's really top heavy. Like, they've got so much good attacking players, but then defence, it's sort of like it's uneven. Like, they've got so much good going forward, but then when it comes to the back of the team, they're limited.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think they've got I think they've got more than enough to absolutely coast through this group. I think they'll finish top with 9 points, and then we'll really see how they got on in the knockouts. I think one of the players we should really watch out for Belgium is not Thomas Vermaelen. Um, oh fuck, what's his name? Yuri Tillemans. That's it. I think Yuri Tillemans can really put his name on the map in this tournament as one of one of the best talents in Europe. I mean, he already is, but I feel like if he can do it on this stage, I feel like he can announce himself as one of the best players in the world, one of the best midfielders in the world. Obviously, we saw his absolute thunderbolt against Chelsea in the FA Cup final, and
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a good goal.
So yeah, overall, I think Belgium will coast through this group with 9 points. Denmark, oh god, didn't mean to put them there, but yeah, I think they'll finish second anyway. They've got a very,
yeah,
they've,
got
they've got Kasper Schmeichel. They've got oh fuck,
Joachim Anderson.
Joachim Anderson, who's coming off he's coming off from a very, you know, an okay season.
I'd say, as an individual, he's had a really good. He's proven himself as a a quality Premier League defender in a side that was very poor. I mean, he arrived and Scott literally the next week. Scott Parker's entrusted him with the captain's armband. I think that says a lot about him as a player and his attitude. You know, he's definitely got that leadership quality. I saw that when I was watching my team this season.
Yeah.
You know, when he came in and he was our best defender in a very long time.
Yeah.
Like I'd say since Hangerland. He's come in and he's just solidified us at the back. And obviously, in the end, it didn't work out. But then that's besides the point. It wasn't, defending wasn't why we went down. But, going into this international tournament, yes, he sort of had a negative end to a season. But at the same time, it's like, Tottenham. I mean, I've heard Tottenham's chasing him for a signature. And it's just like, he can't be that bad if big teams are looking at him.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking at the squad. Kasper Schmeichel, very solid goalkeeper there. I couldn't think of one of the, a very underrated. I couldn't think of more underrated goalkeepers, if I'm honest. Kasper Schmeichel, very solid, one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League. Very good start. Joachim Andersen, Yannick Vestergaard, Simon Kjær, Andreas Christensen. Very good backline. They've got a very good defence, very solid defence. And obviously moving on to the midfield, Robert Skov, Matthias Jensen from Brentford, Thomas Delaney, Christian Eriksen, Christian Norgard from Brentford, Daniel Vass, Lasse Schön, and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. A very solid midfield. Martin Braithwaite, Andreas Skov Olsen, Kasper Dolberg, Mikkel Damsgaard, who is a player that people need to keep an eye on, in my opinion. Very good young player. I think he's at Sampdoria. He used to play for FC Nordsjælland. Yusuf Poulsen, a workhorse. Yeah, I think they've got a very good core of players there. Good, strong core of players. They're like, it's a second place team in this group. I feel like it's a very underrated team. I think they could have a very good tournament. Quarterfinals, maybe? I don't know. We could see.
Maybe they'll be the similar line of Turkey when we were saying like they haven't really got the amazing squad, but they've got those good individual quality players that could take them places.
Exactly, they could carry them forth carry them deep into the tournament. And then obviously third we're putting Finland, Teemu Pukki, Lucas Hradecky, very good goalkeeper. I'm a big fan of Teemu Pukki. I like Pukki. I think he's obviously coming off the back of a very good tournament with season with Norwich again in the Championship. They've got Glenn Kamara, Marcus Forss, who seems to pop up with important goals for Brentford. Who knows? Will that carry on into the tournament? Will he get important goals for Finland? Obviously, their squad isn't littered with absolute world-class players, but I feel like again they got those very important key individuals who might help them, propel them further into the tournament and get them out of the group. Who knows? Third place for Finland. Could they be one of the best third place teams to go through in this sort of system the Euros have got going on? So yeah, Group B we have Belgium first, Denmark second, Finland third, Russia fourth. Okay, moving on to Group C. Unless you want to say something about Finland.
No, I think that group's pretty much nailed on there. It for me it depends. Third and fourth, in my opinion, could be the other way around. But that it all depends again on. I think that's probably looking at it, that's probably the most likely outcome. But I feel like third and fourth could be close.
You know what? Second thought, I'll put Russia third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like that's something we both can agree on.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I've underrated. Maybe I'm underappreciating Russia. Okay, so prove me wrong, Russia. And get third place. Or even second, you never know.
Or even first.
We'll see, you never know. Belgium, problem. They could have problems with their defence coming into this tournament. We'll see. Like, we've highlighted their key problems. Roberto Martinez and the defence. So you never know. This Group B could be a very interesting group to keep an eye on. Moving on to Group C. Austria, North Macedonia, Ukraine, and the Netherlands. Austria, I think we saw them the other night against England. I think they're a strong side. I don't really know too much. I know that Marcel Sabitzer, Marko Arnautovic, David Alaba. Obviously, there's that centre back who plays for one of the Bundesliga clubs, who I thought was very solid. Am I forgetting anyone from Austria?
I'm not sure. I'd be honest. Out of all the groups, I'd say this is the one I'm most unfamiliar with in terms of apart from the Netherlands, like the other three teams, like I don't really look. Unlike every other team we've seen so far, I don't really look at the flags and like instantly know a player from that. Netherlands, there's the obvious ones. There's the big names, but North Macedonia, Ukraine, a bit of Austria, but this one for me is going to be hard to predict just because.
So yeah, I agree with you. This one's going to be quite difficult to predict because I feel like three of the teams I think even you never know. The Netherlands, they're not as strong with Virgil van Dijk, and they've proven that in the friendlies that they're not very strong. A strong team. I think we're forgetting who their manager is. Is it Frank de Jong? Not De Jong, not De Jong. De Boer, Frank de Boer.
Yeah.
I think we know from his time in the Premier League just how good he is. That's sarcasm, by the way. North Macedonia could be that surprise package. I think everyone's been generous on them simply because they expect that sort of not dark horse, but like that surprise package. I think we need to stop being generous to them. I think we need to be real. I think they're going to finish fourth.
Yeah, they're not progressing.
Yeah. Ukraine, solid squad. They've got that young talent, Viktor Sigankov. Is it Viktor Sigankov? I think so. But his name's Sigankov. Plays for Dynamo Kiev. Very good, exciting young player. I'm very much looking forward to watching him in the tournament. Andriy Yarmolenko is experienced in the Premier League and obviously comes up with some important goals for Ukraine. Apart from that, Shevchenko. Wait. Wait, Shevchenko?
No, the left back for Man City.
Oh, Zinchenko. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another
Sorry
player.
I thought of his name, but then I kept thinking of Shevchenko, so I accidentally said Shevchenko. No, Zinchenko.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this could be a very tight group. Though these three could be very tight. And then obviously we know about the Netherlands.
Yeah.
They've got some quality, but but without Virgil van Dijk and the fact they haven't really been impressive in the friendlies, it makes me think how they're gonna do. I think we shouldn't read too much into friendlies, but I feel like they could still be a sort of an indicator.
Do you know, I'm gonna go for a bold one.
I think.
Very, very bold one.
Hold on.
I'm gonna put.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Hmm.
Austria first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this. I mean, I know I'm gonna get. It's just, for me. I'm looking at that team and I'm thinking of the end table, and I'm thinking and look of myself looking at that and going, "How the fuck did Netherlands not win it?"
Exactly. This is what I was. This is what I was thinking. I was thinking Austria could top this group. I feel like Netherlands aren't as strong, and I feel like the Netherlands could come into this,
Mhm.
sort of not surprised, but sort of like I feel like Austria might have their pants down, like they could mug them off and be like, you think you're the dog's bollocks, but you're not.
Yeah.
Frank de Boer's not a good manager. He's quite frankly a poor manager. He's shown that when he was in the Premier League. I don't. He was okay-ish at Inter Milan, and obviously he was good. He was a good manager for Ajax, but again for the Netherlands, he hasn't really been that impressive and hasn't really set the world alight. I feel like he's going to be really relying on his key individuals, and obviously without one of them in Virgil van Dijk. So I don't think the Netherlands are going to top this group.
Yeah.
I think they're quite a weak squad. It's a shame because 10 years ago they were the second best team in the world. Like it makes me laugh how they've gone on this sort of downfall.
Yeah, it's that's the magic of international. Well, I say the magic. It's sort of the curse more of international football, where it's more like you can have all the best players in the world, but international football just being international football, anything can happen.
Exactly.
It's not like a league where like one team will always run away with it because it's literally mostly made up of knockout stages, and every single quality player is divided into separate different international teams. You get less of the power teams, and it's more evenly spread out,
Yeah.
which means it's more closely. It's like with the Champions League. The Champions League, it normally ends familiarly just because all the good players are in one club in one team. But in international tournaments, when they go off to play for their own individual countries, they're all playing as individuals, not as a team anymore. So
Yeah.
then that quality gets distributed, and that's why we see shocks and
Exactly.
surprise knockouts.
I think Ukraine will finish third. I think they're the third best team in that group, quite obviously. But then again, they could have They could have the Netherlands' pants down
Yeah,
and finish second. I feel like this group, although we are unfamiliar with it, it could still be one to look at. Okay, so moving on to Group D. This could get interesting.
non-biased.
Scotland. I'm gonna give them a.
Lost.
I'm no. I actually think they could surprise a few people. I think Steve Clarke's coming and made them a so much better side. I think their system of the three at the back, Scott McTominay as the right-sided centre back. They're sort of very balanced midfield, and I feel like they're a very good attack inside as well. Like they have that potential just to be a very good attack. They have that potential to be a very good attack inside. Andy Robertson, Kieran Tierney get forward. Kieran Tierney from centre back gets forward and scores goals. John McGinn is also an attacking threat. I think Stuart Armstrong. Griffith? No, I don't think he's there.
Oh, because I remember he scored two. Didn't he score 2 free kicks against us in a friendly like a couple of years ago?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it was mental, absolutely mental. Obviously, I think they have a strike partnership of Lyndon Dykes and Ryan Christie. I don't know. I think it's Ryan Christie. Let me just search it up. Yeah, I think it's Ryan Christie who plays up front for them with Lyndon Dykes, but also they have Che Adams, who could also be a
Yeah,
very good player. Who has the ability to be a very good player. Um, I think with how Steve Clark has sets up his team, you know, to be solid, compact, and play as a unit, they could almost surprise a few people in the group. I wouldn't completely write them off as many people are doing. So yeah, I'm actually sort of worried in a way.
I
I don't know why. I just
I I reckon they'll be second. I don't know why. I reckon they'll.
hold on.
I
You were
reckon
putting
they'll
them
do it.
last. Hold on. You were putting them last a minute ago.
That was a joke.
All right, fair enough. I think okay. So we'll move on to England. We've already made our thoughts known about how we think of this squad. I feel like it's the best squad Southgate could have picked. Ish. Actually, I take that back. I think in terms of midfield and attack, it's the best he could have picked. Maybe James Ward-Prowse should have gone instead of Ben White. Maybe take Jordan Henderson out.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't it Roy Keane was saying that he didn't look fit at all?
Yeah, he didn't. He doesn't look fit at all, Jordan Henderson, and I think he's purely going because of his sort of leadership experience and his
It's
commanding
Liverpool
presence.
stature.
Yeah, his sort of presence. I think it's needed. I think you take him, but not to play in a way. Like not in the squad, but you take him as sort of as an emergency backup. So you just have him around the dressing room, sort of thing.
Motivational speeches at half time.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think he's crucial. When he's fit, he's one of England's best, if not England's best midfielder.
Yeah.
But yeah, we everyone's questioning his inclusion. The defense, though, I worry. Is Maguire gonna be fit? Because Maguire and Stones have to be the starting two. That's if we start with four at the back.
I mean, Tyrone Mings is a disaster waiting to happen for me.
Tyrone Mings doesn't fill me up with confidence. I think Ben White going is very good. I think he should go instead of Tyrone Mings.
Yeah.
Maybe Ezri Konsa as well instead of Connor Cody.
Yeah.
But we could.
I mean, Jude Bellingham, 17 years old, and he's going to an international tournament.
Exactly. I know. I'm very impressed with the midfield options like Jude Bellingham, Mason Mount, Phil Foden, Alvin Phillips, who I think is very underrated. Declan Rice as well. He's going to be so crucial to us. I think our midfield and attack is strong. It's just the defense I worry about, and I also worry about Gareth Southgate because how is he going to set up? Is he going to go 5 at the back? Is he going to go 4 at the back? I don't know. It's like he's like an enigma. You don't know what you're going to get. Like you could easily fuck this up, Gareth Southgate. But thinking positively, we play a 4-3-3 with Mount, Rice, and Grealish in the midfield,
I mean,
and then you have
would you
Foden on the left, Kane on the up front, and then Sancho on the right. Or Foden as the attacking midfielder, and Grealish on the left.
Yeah, it seemed to me that he was playing him as a winger, Grealish, against Romania the other night.
Yeah, I think he's Grealish, man. He's got a Paul Gascoigne thing about him with Beckham's sex appeal. Honestly,
He's like
man,
the perfect hybrid.
exactly. Jack Grealish could have a special tournament, and I really hope Southgate plays him. I'm very excited, but I'm also dreading it. But we'll have to see what happens. Croatia, not as strong as 2018. But still have that core of that core of players: Perisic, Lovren, Modric, Kramaric, the one that used to play for Leicester, plays at Hoffenheim now. And yeah, I'm forgetting one more. Kovacic, that was it. They still got that strong core of key players. So they, you never know, can't write them off. But then again, in the friendlies, in the Nations League, in qualifiers, they haven't really been that impressive.
Yeah.
And then the Czech Republic, again, a team that could easily be so, unpredictable because of they've still got some solid players. I'm looking forward to seeing how Souček and Kafal get on. I think that'll be a very interesting thing to watch because they've obviously performed for West Ham this season. I'm trying to see who else. Patrick Schick, another good player for them. Adam Hazlicek. I have no idea how you say his name, but he's a young player who plays for Sparta Prague, who's been touted by a lot of people, and he's been watched by many European giants. His name is spelled Hlozek. A good young striker who can play on the wing. I think if he's going to the tournament, then he's sort of a one to watch sort of thing. I wouldn't completely write off Czech Republic either. I think this group, it's so hard to predict, in my opinion. I mean, I think we'll finish first. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I think we'll just have enough. I think 7 points we draw with Czech Republic. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. 9 points. We win every game. Yeah, there we go. I think we finish top with 9 points. But I don't think it'll be easy. What do you think here? Who finishes second for you?
I mean, jokes aside, obviously I said to finish bottom, but I don't. But on a real note, I think Scotland second. I reckon. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I just feel like that they've got that sort of motive this time to do well because they're in the same group as England. They want to go for it.
Yeah.
And I feel like they will.
I agree. We can't underestimate Scotland, as I've said. Steve Clarke has massively improved Scotland with his system. This sort of they have this sort of attitude that they don't care who they're playing as well. Like Ryan Christie, is he's very crucial to Scotland's sort of success at this tournament. I think Lyndon Dykes is a very good player. Who's also a massively important player to this Scotland team. Very good hold up play, absolutely brilliant at holding up the ball and laying it off for the players around him. I think the midfield of John McGinn, and we'll wait to see whether it's David Turnbull, who is another very talented youngster, and obviously the wingers of Andy Robertson, and I forgot his other winger as well. Oh, Ryan Fraser, that was it. Ryan Fraser is another talented player. I think Newcastle fans might disagree, but for Scotland he could be very crucial. And then obviously you got Kieran Tierney, Declan Gallagher, and Scott McTominay at the back, who are no pushovers. They're very good players in their own right, especially Kieran Tierney and Scott McTominay. We see him in the Premier League. They've got a bunch of quality, especially Kieran Tierney, who I think's the captain of Scotland. So yeah, I think he'll be very much up for it. I think this Scotland team will be very much up for it, and we can't underestimate Scotland going into this tournament. We really can't. Many England fans are showing this sort of arrogant attitude that the Scots are shit and they'll be a pushover, but in my opinion, they won't. They drew with the Netherlands the other night, for God's sake. I mean, obviously the Netherlands aren't a strong team, but it's still the Netherlands. They could have easily
Yeah.
crumbled. They've sort of lost this attitude as well, Scotland, where they concede a few and they think it's, they concede one and then they admit defeat. They sort of lost that attitude, and I think Steve Keane has massively improved Scotland on and off the pitch. He sort of changed the system and changed how it's sort of what it feels like to play for Scotland again. Sort of giving this sort of never say die attitude in a way. So yeah, we can't underestimate them. Third, I'm going Croatia. Are you going Croatia?
Yeah, I'd say Croatia.
Yeah, and then Czech Republic fourth.
Yeah.
Okay. This is something I can get behind. I think all the groups are interesting this time around. Yeah. Group P. Poland, a strong side. If you're focusing on Lewandowski, I feel like they could surprise a few people. But then again, I don't think this is the same squad as 2018. They could fuck it up. What do you think?
Well, they've got. It's similar to Switzerland's again, where it's like they've got instead of having that whole just good, decent team, they've got the individual players that are in there that could take them to a distance. Because you got Lewandowski, who's had 2 incredible seasons. I reckon he'll bag a few in this tournament. And also you got, is it Helik, the Barnsley centre back?
They've got 2 Barnsley centre backs, I think. Mads Andersen and Helik. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know about Mads Andersen, but
I mean, Helik's just come off of sort of like a miracle season in a way.
Oh no, Mads Andersen plays for Denmark. Yeah, Helik.
Yeah, Helik. He's sort of had that runaway season where he's been a standout player in a Barnsley team that's gone the distance when no one thought they could.
Yeah.
I reckon on the back of that, he'll want to take that into the tournament, and I reckon that he'll be up for it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's one of those groups where anyone could do well, because I feel like all 4 of them will be up for it. But Poland especially, they have Lewandowski, who's literally goal scoring royalty right now.
Yeah, I think Poland as well with they got Robert Lewandowski, they got Zelinski, they got Szczesny, they got Helik, and oh fuck, what's that centre back? Bednarek, who's a very good player as well. Poland could surprise a few people, and I think they top this group. I think they'll top it. Spain, oh my god, Spain! How far have you fallen?
Spain.
Unai Simons, even that goalkeeper. Have you seen him? I would. Why are you not playing De Gea? He's terrible. I mean, De Gea is not the greatest, but
De Gea is definitely on the decline now. But Unai Simons, just no.
Oh my god! Because I think Unai Simons playing simply because he can play with his feet. But even then, when I've seen him with the ball at his feet, he's terrible. The amount of I think wasn't there an instance where against Portugal he nearly the ball went back to him and he didn't know what to do and it just sort of bounced off him and fell into the path of a Portuguese player, but they missed luckily. He doesn't fill me up with 100% confidence, and I don't know how Spain are so confident going into this tournament. It's not a good squad. There's still some very good key players. I think the ones to watch are sort of Pau Torres and Gerard Moreno, Ferran Torres. They're very good players. Obviously, Sergio Ramos isn't going to this tournament as well.
No Real Madrid players in the first time in how many years?
Fuck knows.
Moreno's just come off a really good season with Villarreal. They've won their first major honour?
Yeah, the first major honour. He scored. I think he scored as well in the final.
Yeah, I mean, he tore. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's torn the Europa League apart this year.
Yeah, he's also scored 20 plus goals in La Liga this season in like 29 appearances. He's clinical. He's very good, Gerard Moreno. Um, Although I think Enrique prefers Alvaro Morata simply for his all-round play.
Yeah,
Fuck me, did you watch him against Portugal?
yeah, that
He
fucking
was.
hell.
Oh my god, he was terrible. He was woeful. He can't finish.
I'm seeing a common theme with this Spain team where it's just he plays this player. He's got a good alternative, but he insists on this player, and this player is terrible. So I
Yeah,
don't know. Spain. Mm,
like I feel like it's a new generation for Spain. They're in a transitional period, and I feel like the young players have a lot to prove as well. Ferran Torres is a very good player. Pau Torres, a very good player. I feel like they're them two and Gerard Moreno are the sort of players to watch in this Spain team. So I'm looking forward to see how they're getting on. But for me, I don't think this Spain finished first. I think they finished second. I feel like they have enough just to progress.
yeah.
Sweden, they don't have Zlatan.
Nope.
They have. I don't know if they have Grankvist either at centre back, the penalty merchant. Um, but Alexander Isak's another very exciting talent. Victor Lindelof, maybe. Uh, I'm surely missing some names from this Sweden squad, but I feel like that's enough for them to finish third in this group. I feel like they're a very good.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're a good team. I think they showed it at the 2018 World Cup as well. They sort of play as a unit. They play as a team. They don't rely on individuality. They all go for it. They all push for it. And I feel if that's anything to go by, I haven't really been focusing on Sweden, but if that's anything to go by, I'm putting them third.
Mhm.
Slovakia. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know anything about this squad.
They've got two quality goalkeepers. They've got Martin Dubravka, who's obviously had a difficult season with Newcastle, I'd say, at the start. Obviously, and then they've got the best goalkeeper in the world.
Marek Rodak.
Yeah, best keeper in the world. Slovakia, and that's really. I've got to be honest. I'm not really an expert when it comes to Slovakia's players. So
I think Marek Hamšík as well is another player for them. But I don't know. I don't see Slovakia really progressing out of this group, if I'm honest.
yeah, that alone just to me is just it's not enough to convince me that they'll get anything above fourth.
Okay, so we're moving on to Group F. We are going to
Sorry,
be
Roderick. Uh,
Group F. Oh my god, we could have a migraine over this one.
oh god, yeah.
Portugal. Some say the favourites. They are the champions of the 2016 tournament. So there could be a curse there. They obviously got Cristiano Ronaldo, Diogo Jota, Pedro Neto.
Fernandez.
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes.
Yep.
Bernardo Silva. Renato
Was it
Sanchez.
not Jaume Martinez, Ruben Neves.
Yeah, Ruben Neves. Defense-wise, Ruben Diaz, who's arguably one of the best centre-backs in the world.
Is Podence going?
I don't think so. I don't know. I think Neto is from Wolves. Obviously, they got Rui Patricio and Nelson Semedo. It's a strong team from Portugal. I can see why many people are putting them favourites.
Yeah, I mean, it's so difficult. I feel like we should go through all this one. We should definitely go through all the teams first before we start placing them, because it's just one of those groups where you've got to plow through the teams and just go, they've got this, they've got this, they've got this. Okay, now where do they go?
France as well. I think we can move on to France then.
For powerhouse, but generally it's actually ridiculous. What have they got? Mbappe, Pogba, Griezmann,
Mbappe, oh, Mbappe, Griezmann, Pogba,
Benzema now.
now, yeah. And obviously they've got some good young players coming through like Eduardo Camavinga and Ibrahima Konate, Upamecano. They've got this sort of blend of experience, quality, and youth.
And Mendy's as well.
Yeah, the Mendy's. Ferland Mendy. What a player he is. I think France are going into this as strong favourites. But obviously, if off the back of the World Cup, we could see them crumble. Because obviously the curse and all that. I don't know if that really... Never really seen a World Cup winner crumble in a European Championships from living memory. But yeah, the strong favourites for me going into this. It's a very, very fucking good squad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one, to be honest, that I think no matter how good your team is, any team right now, maybe besides Brazil, or not even maybe Brazil, even you come up against this France side, and you've got a game on your hands, like just purely because the quality they've got is just so good. Like it's not like a Belgium where it's literally just really really good forwards and then just bang average defense or below par defense even. France is all over the field. They've got so much quality.
I think they are the complete squad for me. They are the absolute complete squad.
Yeah.
Same can't be said for Germany though. Who are who go into this tournament without a recognised striker. Timo Werner obviously is a striker, but is he? Is he actually? Yeah, he's more of a winger. Yeah, I think he's more of a winger. That's why people are saying there's no recognised striker on this team. And to be fair, could that work in their favour? I don't know, but I mean, obviously, in the past tournaments, they've gone with a recognised striker. You know, first name comes to mind is Miroslav Klose.
Yeah.
Obviously, who broke the World Cup record for most goals by an individual. So obviously, no striker for Germany. Could that cost them? Probably. Serge Gnabry plays up front. Yes, he's a very good player, but can he play? Can he constantly play up front in the tournament? I think Timo Werner can also play up front, but his finishing is something to behold. I think they've got some good attackers. I think their midfield is their shine, is where they shine. You know, they've got Kimmich, Gundogan, Goretzka, Toni Kroos. You know, very, very, very good central midfield. It's just all about who you play, because so many people are predicting Toni Kroos gets left out in order for a bit more mobility and athleticism in the midfield. Because obviously, when we saw that Spain side absolutely destroy them 6-0, people were thinking, well, Germany just don't have the legs in midfield because of someone like Toni Kroos, who is very much more of a technical player than he is an athletic player. And people are predicting Germany to go with a midfield of Goretzka, Gundogan, and Kimmich in order to get this balance of technicality, of technical and athleticism in the midfield, which I wouldn't put it past them. I think.
Yeah.
I follow German football a lot because it's obviously Germany's my second home. Because obviously I'm part German, my nan's German. I will keep a close eye, but I'm not impressed by this squad whatsoever.
So you think Joachim Low is going to bow out with a whimper?
Yeah,
This
I
tournament?
mean, obviously, this is his last tournament.
Yeah.
I think Hungary could also be another surprise. You know, I mean, I'm not going to reel off their players, but obviously their key player going into this is Szoboszlai, or however you say his name. Szoboszlai, the guy who plays for Leipzig, played for Salzburg. Dominic Szoboszlai, I don't know. I didn't pronounce his name. He's one of the most exciting young talents in Europe.
Sabitzer.
No. Szoboszlai. SZ. Wait. I'll send it you. Hold on.
I'm not really familiar with this player.
I think that's how you spell it. That's as close as I could get. Do you not know him?
Zolobai. No,
Search him up.
I've got to be honest.
You'll know it.
It's probably one of those things where I recognise the player's face first, not the player.
Oh yeah. Oh no, wait. Okay, I've spelled it wrong, but bear with us a minute.
Zlobai. Oh, Dominic. Oh, yeah. Arsenal apparently were. Oh, never mind. That was last year.
Yeah, Arsenal were after him, but he went to RB Leipzig instead.
Oh, that's probably why I don't remember. I probably systematically removed him from my memory.
Yeah, he was at RB Leipzig. He was at RB Salzburg, and then made the move to RB Leipzig, where I don't think he's played.
Yes, yeah, I recognise him. Yeah, I recognise this guy.
Yeah, he's a very, very good player. I'm hoping he can step up and really put Hungary on the map. Not on the map. Yeah, fuck it. Hungary on the map. And really surprise people, because once he's ticking, that whole squad's ticking. Like, I've watched some of their friendlies, and they have this capability to be a very good side, Hungary. So I wouldn't be surprised if they take advantage of Germany's weakness. And you never know, they could surprise people.
Yeah.
I think it's time to make the prediction.
It is time, yes. The time has come.
First, no surprise, France. I think they'll absolutely wipe the floor with this group. 9 points out of 9.
I think France.
So Portugal and Germany, who's going second? I think France.
Yep, Hungary first. That's gonna. Second Portugal. I mean, in a way, it's sort of predictable. At the same time, it's more of those groups where you think it's predictable, but then the more you read into it and the more you think about it and deep it, you think, I really don't know. Just because they're so tightly packed. I say German. Oh, you're gonna hate me for this.
I'm putting Hungary for third.
Yep, I think
Germany
Germany's going last.
I don't. Maybe we're underestimating Germany, and believe you me, I want Germany to do well because it's like I said, it's my second home. But I can't get over how drastically horrid that squad is. They won't danker me for this, so Germany. So I'm putting them last. Hey, see, I said they won't thank me for this in German. Sort of.
Yeah.
I said danke. Anyway, danke schön, Germany. Danke schön, Deutschland. Thank you for coming.
Thank you all for coming.
We have to pick 4 third place teams. Who do you pick? Wales for me. Or maybe not. Well, firstly, we'll pick the ones that are like.
I reckon we'll do Croatia.
Yeah, Croatia.
Hungary.
Yeah, go on. Let's go Hungary.
Ukraine. Wales.
That's probably the 4 I would have picked.
Yeah.
That's probably the 4 I would have picked. Okay, so we're on to the knockout stages. Just tasty.
Well, we're fucked.
Belgium, Hungary.
It's obvious.
Where does this
It's
take
obvious,
place?
really.
It
Unfortunately.
takes place in Sevilla. It takes place in Spain, but anyway, that means nothing. I'm gonna go Belgium for this.
Yep.
Italy, Netherlands.
Italy.
I think Italy destroy Netherlands. I think Italy destroy them. They'll show what they're capable of. France and Wales. Do we need to say?
Yep. Well, bye Wales.
Scotland, Spain. Now this would be fucking. This would be a game I'd love to watch. Because I could see Scotland causing an upset.
Yeah, it'll be Spain without the S if they go through.
I'm gonna go Spain.
Yeah. I'd say despite Spain having its flaws, this isn't me being biased. This is me being genuine. It's Scotland just doesn't have enough.
Yeah, I think Spain realised that they're Spain and click for that game. Although they could become very complacent and Scotland take advantage of that, but I think Luis Enrique is a very good manager. He's just got a poor bunch of players, but I think they'll have enough to beat Scotland.
Yeah.
Poland, Ukraine. Now this is a derby, firstly, so both teams will be up for it. This could go either way.
Slovia.
I'm gonna go Poland. I think Robert Lewandowski shows up.
Yep.
Can we go to this one first? Because
see, the England in me says yes, but my mind says no. Do you know what?
I'm gonna say we win this.
Yep.
Just fuck it. I say we just win it. Oh my god, this is gonna be like England win it all sort of thing, isn't it? Oh.
Grealish versus Ronaldo. Imagine that, Jesus.
Austria, Croatia. I'm gonna go Austria.
Yep, Austria.
Because fuck Croatia winning that and then winning that, and if we win that and we face them in the semi-final again.
For God's sake.
I'll fucking put a toothpick under my toenail, man. Austria, right? Turkey, Denmark. I'm gonna go Turkey. Or Denmark. It's gonna be a close game.
I think Turkey.
Yeah, Turkey. Yeah. Belgium, Italy. Yeah, very close game. It'll be the game of the tournament, in my opinion.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Italy.
Yeah, Italy.
I think it's gonna be Italy.
Yeah, I think Belgium will just fall short. I think Italy just have that panache. Whatever. France, Spain. France, Spain. This will be another very interesting game.
Although I think it's, it is got to be in it.
I think it's France.
Yeah. I think France.
Poland, England, Poland, England, Poland.
It's. I think this was a bit more. If we get past Portugal, we're beating Poland, surely.
Yeah, surely. Yeah, fuck it, surely. Yeah. Okay, England and then Austria, Turkey. I'm gonna go Turkey.
Turkey, yeah.
I feel like there'll be a lot of teams going into this tournament thinking they could maybe get to the semis. That's mental. All right, so Italy, France. This I can't predict this.
I don't know.
Because I think they're both just as complete.
But
very even.
They're complete sides, but France is complete. Like they're complete and then one.
Okay, after that little break, we're back. We're now going to be predicting the semi-finals. We are here with Italy and France and England, Turkey. Firstly, Italy, France. As we were discussing, we thought it could go the distance to penalties.
Who wins on pens? If we're
I'm-
going that deep into it, the predictions.
Italy.
So you reckon Italy knock out France?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also I feel like we're basing this off our own opinions and our own perspectives on football and how I feel like it just screams upset, that match.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Italy, and then England, Turkey. Turkey could very much surprise us.
Yeah, that would be heartbreaking.
Oh, I'm gonna go England though.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen.
Italy
Okay,
and
and
oh, yeah, I mean,
that's a that's a good final. That's a good final. But who wins it?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Ah, you know what? I think the bias is already leaking here. But see, my heart says England. My head says Italy. My realist side is screaming Italy. And I
Oh,
honestly, Italy. I think Italy. I can't. And I don't know.
oh.
Unless, who knows? It's England. End of the day, England have a good record in finals.
Yeah, we've won. We've played one, won one,
Exactly.
and you can't forget it's at Wembley as well.
Yeah, that home. With those in consideration, it's a tight game. Italy or England? You know what? Fuck it. England.
God save our gracious
Get
Queen.
get
We're
the
good.
Stellas out.
Get the Stellas out. Get your England tops out. England are bringing it home at Euro 2020. I think it will be the one of the most shithouse wins ever. But who cares? England are going to go the distance. It's a waffle It's an official waffle prediction that England are going to win it. So yeah.
Obviously, not everyone's going to be happy with that, but that's our prediction. It's subjective, and that's what we've gone with.
Yeah,
So,
and
cry.
I would also like to apologise to absolutely nobody. This is our opinion, and your opinion will be different. That's how opinions work. And football, it's a game of opinions, as they say, and it's very subjective.
But England's going all the way. England's winning it.
But anyway, I've got my two England mugs from 6 yards out. I'm gonna plug them in the podcast. I've got my two mugs here from 6 yards out, which say Tucker 20, and the England home and away kit versions of the mugs. And they're telling me that football's coming home. So football's coming home because I said so, my mug said so, and Charlie said so. If you want to leave us your predictions, please do, because obviously yours will be vastly different from ours. Who knows? I mean, maybe you think England can go all the way. I will say though, if England do win it, it'll be a very, I wouldn't say a fluke, but a very marginal win. Like there won't be a lot in it for us.
What are you saying, like a 1-0 game?
Same one, like a 1-0 game. I think the Portugal game especially will be very close. Poland will be close, and I think Turkey will be very close. We'll be very lucky to find ourselves in the final. I think we should find ourselves lucky to be in the quarterfinals. Wrap it up there. So thank you all for watching or listening. If you agree, leave us your thoughts and opinions, because your predictions are going to be vastly different from ours. And if you don't like what we've predicted, we don't care. It's an opinion. It's not fact. You shouldn't lose sleep over it. So yeah, do you want to say anything before we go, Charlie?
Come on, England.
Yeah, come on, England. Come on, Mason Mount. We're gonna do it. Actually, who's gonna be your top scorer? I think it'll be between Harry Kane or Ciro Immobile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd say that.
So yeah, I'll create a little graphic of what we think is going to be obviously a winner, top scorer, player of the tournament.
Player of the tournament,
Simply because of it, if it's an England win, I'm going to go Harry Kane.
Harry Kane, or maybe Jack Grealish.
Maybe, yeah, you never know. All right, I'll get behind Jack Grealish.
Yeah,
I can get behind Jack Grealish. Maybe he has a fantastic tournament, pulls us through. Goalkeeper of the tournament. Yeah, they do a goalkeeper of the tournament, don't they?
Golden Glove.
Golden Glove.
Yeah. I'm going to say
I'm going to say Donnarumma.
Donnarumma. Yeah.
There we go. I'll put up a little graphic of our predictions for winner, top scorer, player of the tournament, and goalkeeper of the tournament. If you agree, great. That's what you think. Great. And if you don't, leave us your thoughts. And if you're angry over this, I don't know why. It's our prediction. It's a subjective game. So yeah. Anyway, thank you all for listening and watching wherever you are listening or watching: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Anchor. I just want to say thank you, and I hope you enjoy the tournament. And come on, England. And yeah, we'll see you very soon. Take care.